Caitlin Clark accounted for 71% of Iowa's points and assists.
That's just a one-woman show. I don't think you've even seen that at the NBA level.
I really think LSU's coach failed them. She gave me Tom Thibodeau feels. She overused Angel Reese. She didn't use Flau'jae enough. DJ Burns. Zach Randolph 2.0.
No fear. No fear in that man's eyes. That is a walking tank. You know who I can see him as? I can see him as a more athletic Enes Kanter. You know, he's got good post moves.
Oh, man,
athletic.
that's a talking point. Bronny has declared for the NBA.
Do you think he will get drafted? That is the $1 million question.
No.
Well, he just has the older brother syndrome.
That's what it is. Professional pickleball players, a lot of them have full-time jobs.
Or they just have a really good relationship with their coworkers or their employers. They connect.
Listen,
juggling a job, full-time job and playing pickleball, that's a cool
I know
dream.
where I was working, they wasn't going to give me. When you're a diehard Mets fan, man, you die hard. It doesn't. At times you can be the favorite, and at times you can be the underdog. And, you know, I know we talk sports, but look, we're going to talk a little bit of life for a quick second. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. This is episode 2 of the Roar channel. And I'm your host, Tiger Saleh. And of course, you know I'm back. I'm back with the man, the Brody, the Crody, Leaf. What's up, brother?
Yo, what's up?
I'm good, man. We are episode 2. How you feel?
Good. You know, one step closer.
One step closer. I, you know, the nerves set in last episode, but then we got it rolling. I think everything's been good. We gotten some good feedback. Thank you to all the viewers who have checked us out and left comments, liked, subscribed. Please continue to give us that energy and that feedback. We appreciate it. We definitely pay attention to it. So, you know, it feels great, man, to know that we've gotten this off the ground. You know, I think there's a lot to be experienced and learned from this endeavor, and I look forward to us, you know, moving forward.
Totally.
You ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
Get it. Let's give the people what they want, man. So we're going to jump right into it. So for anybody who's watched episode 1, sorry, you know that I wanted to start off with some special content today. So let's get to it. Let's talk women's basketball. NCAA, we had this past week the Elite 8 Final Four, and now we have the championship game coming up.
Yep.
And we got Iowa.
Drum roll.
Oh, man. Caitlin Shooter from Anywhere Clark versus South Carolina.
Yep. Undefeated
South Carolina.
I'm correct.
Special. I think it's special with what's going on with South Carolina. I think Dawn Staley is an amazing coach. She got that big contract, too. So,
she put together a great program. I mean, you can tell by the team and the morale of the players. They're just like one cohesive unit. And I think that's what you want to see from a basketball team. Absolutely.
I was really enamored by how well they play as a team. You know, I'm a victim of falling to the big names, so watching the big name games. Because the funny thing is, I can't really, and you know, again, I always tell, this is becoming my thing, forgive me, but I don't know none of the players on South Carolina. I can't tell you, like, they're their go-to person, right? I feel like they play so much as a unit. They have the actual identity of just one team. You know? I don't know. How do you feel?
I mean, I think that's a major part of South Carolina. I mean, considering they're an undefeated team, yet, you know, we can't really, I hate to say it, can't really name drop a player on the team, but I think that really, to an extent, shows how good of a team they are, how well they play together, and just the general chemistry of the team. And this just show, like, you know, bring back that team basketball. You know, that's why we love college basketball.
Yeah.
It's not hero ball. You know, you can run plays.
Right.
genuinely play basketball, at a purist level.
I agree. I want to touch base on some of these scores real quick, and we'll jump right back into them. But when we had the Elite Eight, that game with Iowa and LSU was really entertaining. I sat down, I watched that game, and let's talk some stats. Caitlin Clark, 41 points, 7 rebounds, 12 assists. LSU had 87, and Angel Reese had 17 points, 20 rebounds. But honorable mention, Flau'jae Johnson, 23 points, 6 rebounds, 3 blocks. And here's a stat for you. You want a stat line?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Fill me in.
Okay. Caitlin Clark accounted for 71% of Iowa's points and assists.
That's just a one-woman show. 71% of points. That's absurd. Obscene. I don't think you've even seen that at the NBA level. Maybe on Kobe's 81.
She's playing in a different stratosphere. That's what I feel. I feel this is different stratosphere type of energy, right? Like I looked at that game second for second, minute for minute. She pulled from everywhere. She's like a gunslinger, bro. She was just off the run. Like she's in motion, just gather, let that fly. Let it fly. And I wasn't impressed with the way the coaching went with LSU. And I know you want to touch that. You're eager to touch that.
Exactly.
I see it in your face.
Ready.
You are eager to touch that. And here's the funny thing. I'll say this and then you can go on because I know you're waiting for this one. I really think LSU's coach failed them. I'll tell you why. She gave me Tom Thibodeau feels. She overused Angel Reese. She didn't use Flau'jae enough. And the other players and the young lady, remind me of her name, who did the transfer.
Haley Van Lith.
She didn't use her at all, almost, pretty much. And that girl was a number one option at the school she was at before. What could she have done better? Because I feel like she just didn't do what she was supposed to do. You tell me.
I think that Coach Kim Mulkey, she left Haley Van Lith on an island. Did you see that one play where I think Caitlin Clark ran around the screen, sidestepped into a three? That was just obscene. The look on her face, she was demoralized, traumatized. She looked like she saw something.
Yeah.
And I think that, to an extent, halfway through the game, I did see that they had the switch. They switched Caitlin Clark onto another player. But for the majority of the game, Haley Van Lith was guarding Caitlin Clark, and I think it was really hard to see as a watcher, as a viewer, but also to an extent for her confidence. As you see, she transferred. She's on the transfer window now, and I think that shows that that doesn't cut it. And if you're really gonna treat your players that way as a coach, I think you really gotta hunker down and look at yourself.
Listen, I'm gonna say this before we get into some other talks, but I'm gonna say this to you. She underused Flau'jae. She underused the young lady you just
Van Lith.
And she overused Angel. And for that reason, I think that's what caused them to get that loss. And look, I'm not going to harbor on it too long. She could have did better. She should have did better as the coach of that team, but she didn't. And I personally feel like she failed the team. That's my opinion. As we saw in the next game between
UConn and Iowa. Crazy. That last play,
man, and what
very heads up, high IQ basketball.
And you know what I liked about that? They didn't overuse Caitlin this game. She wasn't shooting well either. I think she was like 3 for 11 from 3-point range, which is really bad for her. But I think she was going off of those things of feeling like, I had that groove in the game before. Let me go for that in this game. So not to harbor on that too much. Side note, Angel has declared for the WNBA via Vogue. What do you think and how do you think? And then we'll move on.
Well, I think that, of course, it's great to use Vogue as a platform to declare, that you're, going for the WNBA draft. Honestly, I think that Angel Reese is a phenomenal player. I can see her as a shooting guard or small forward mode in the WNBA. Overall great player. I know.
So listen, I have a feeling she's gonna have a tough time in the NBA. I don't think her game is gonna translate, but you know me, devil's advocate is. I don't hate to be it, but that's what it is. Let's move on. DJ Burns. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Let's get into Zach Randolph 2.0. 2.0.
Exactly.
Lefty, doesn't look athletic.
Soft touch, great hands at the basket, can charge to the rim. No fear in that man's eyes. That is a walking tank or a truck coming at you.
What he had, 29 and what?
29, 4 and 3. 4 boards, 3 assists. But 29 points in a college basketball game is tough, especially when you're playing team basketball.
Which to me in NBA translates to easy 17 to 21 points a game. Because you got to think about, even though I really do feel like I don't know if he's going to have that type of success in the NBA. I could see him being a solid role guy, maybe getting about 13 to 15 a game because he can rebound. He's a body. He's physical. But he's really looking like a man amongst boys out there right now.
You know who I can see him as? I can see him as a more athletic Enes Kanter. He's got good post moves.
Oh man,
athletic,
that's a talking point.
Very.
They're gonna kill us in the comments.
But I love Enes Kanter, bro. Hey, no Enes Kanter slander here. Gave us some great years with the Knicks. That's a deep poll too. Enes Kanter, bro. The last time I heard about him, he got in trouble with Turkey or something.
Oh, listen, he's
China.
He's a man who took a political
he's
stance.
A little outspoken, my man.
Yeah, I love his political stance, but he just, on that platform with those type of powers that be, he suffered the consequences of that. Let's move forward. He
was a 20 and 10 guy. Don't forget that. I think he was. I could swear.
Enes Kanter? Where?
Almost 20 and 10.
Oh man. What's going on with you, Leaf?
You're
gonna have to pull that one. You're a fact checker, so I just wanna say I don't know about that. But let's move on. NBA. We're going NBA. Let's get to it. Malachi Flynn, 50 points off the bench.
In his bag.
Now, I like to have my moments. So let me get this one real quick. This is a testament to why even if you are a role player in the NBA, you are still way ahead of the guy who goes to Lifetime and thinks he's a killer. Right? Like 50 points ain't easy in an NBA game, bro. It ain't easy in a gym game. And he came out off that bench shooting like he was trying out for a sniper team or something. And then he was just breaking them down. And listen, I get it too. And I'll say this and I'll let you go. But there ain't no scouting report on him. It's like Jeremy Lin. Jeremy Lin had those first 6 games where he was really successful because there was no scouting report on him. He wasn't getting no minutes, and then he just got in his bag. Opportunity gives us, preparation is going to give you opportunity when you get the chance, right? I mean, success is going to give you the opportunity. Success is what you're going to get from that opportunity from preparation. He sees the opportunity, bro. I don't know if he gets that again. I highly doubt it, but
I wish that man the best. I hope he gets, a decent contract, get that bag, but also phenomenal performance nonetheless. Like you said, an NBA player, a role player, or even just a general scrub in the NBA will cook any Lifetime Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
So keep that in mind. And that 50 piece, did you see all those pull-up threes? Just those smooth drives to the basket. I mean, he was making it look easy on those Hawks. I mean, they don't have the greatest defense, don't get me wrong, but I mean, Malachi Flynn, beautiful performance.
Yeah. We're going to keep it in the NBA real quick just for a short period of time because I don't really feel like this week was too exciting. And viewers, please excuse us. It just wasn't exciting to me.
We're waiting for the playoffs, you know?
And the playoffs are about to come.
Bottom line.
Which can also credit to why he got a chance to even go off because their season is pretty much done anyway, right? So they probably said, hey, go for it. Bronny has declared for the NBA. Let's talk about it.
All right. Do you think he will get drafted? That is the $1 million question.
No.
I'll say yes. All right. You say your point. I'll say mine.
I think this is a ploy to get him more NIL deals because he's going over to the school that the coach who was his coach or his father's coach or something of that nature, if I'm incorrect, has gone to, is it Duquesne or something of one of these schools, right?
I don't know.
And I just think it's a ploy to get more. Listen, Bronny is already a millionaire off his own, off his NIL deals. He don't even need nobody's money. Like, even though his father's money is extremely out of this world, he doesn't need it. How much does a 16, 17-year-old need? You know what I'm saying? At that level, should I say, right? But I think it's a ploy. I think it's I don't think he has the game that's ready to play in the NBA, bro. You average 4-point-something points a game, and you're undoubtedly you're the son of perhaps the greatest player to ever play the game. Is he a talent? Absolutely. If he gets the chance to be a number one option, do I think he can definitely show improve to some extent? But in most cases, no. I don't think he's that guy. I don't think I think Bryce is better than him. I think Bryce
100%. Bryce is way better than Bronny.
And I think Bryce is going to be a conversation towards the end of this year, definitely next year. And if he grows even more, it's over. Right? Because I think Bryce has his father in him a lot. Like, he's just fluid, bro. When you see Bryce play, it's just a different type of confidence.
And that bounce.
Oh, man. It's just... Bronny, you can see, it's like he has that pressure of, yo, my dad's legacy lingers over my head.
Well, he just has the older brother syndrome.
That's what it is. Like a Lonzo Ball, LaMelo situation.
Exactly.
You know? So, hey... it is what it is. Let's segue.
Hey, but let me say my point.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's true. I'll make it quick.
I apologize.
So this is my argument to why Bronny may be drafted. Maybe not drafted, but I could see him getting a G League deal or some sort of thing.
Bro, you entered the draft to go into the G
League. I mean,
League?
you can enter the draft and go into the
when
G League.
When your father has the power
then make
to almost
work
put
your
you
way.
on any team you want to.
True. Work your way up, and then eventually.
Get there when your dad is gone.
After a year. I mean, how many years left does he have, LeBron, on that, I
think 2.
That time window.
1 or 2
2
years
or 3
left,
years?
Yeah.
I would say 2 or 3.
He signed a 4-year deal. He's already in the second year of that, I believe.
I think he could play till 43 or 44.
I don't want to see him.
That's
LeBron?
He's built different, LeBron.
Leave, brother.
Aging.
Brother, I've been watching you since I was a teenager. I am 40 years old. I don't want to watch you no more. Let these young guys get some shine. All right, man. Let's move on. Tennis.
Miami Open. I told you.
No. Hey, wait, stop. Let me say something because I know you're ready to go in on me. Oh.
Easy.
Here he goes again.
All right. Light work. Just light
All
work.
right. So you had the prediction that Rybakina would win. I agreed with you. We were both wrong, so we're taking L's on that one. Okay. What's that?
Collins with the dark horse sleeper win.
It looks like they're throwing up L's. That's me and you right now. Okay, we got to take the L on that. But here's the score. Collins beat Rybakina 7-5, 6-3. And did you see the match? Like, did you look at it, or were you
I saw
able to
some
catch
of the
highlights?
highlights.
Okay,
yeah, she was playing
I watched
great.
it. Mm-hmm. I watched it. She, as you, I want to just backtrack. When we last episode touched base on it, we were at a place where we also I said something. There was a talking point where I said, if she's able to counter what Rybakina throws at her, she has a chance. And let me tell you something. She did more than counter, bro. She came in there throwing blows. I mean,
jab
uppercuts,
after jab,
side hooks. Oh my! Listen, Danielle, I apologize.
But did you see that clip though of her after winning? She had this crazy evil laugh. She was like, ha ha ha.
Yeah, because she knew everybody
sounded
didn't.
like
Nobody gave her a chance. And look,
Danielle.
Whatever, I am sorry, Danielle. I'm one of those people who did not think you had a shot, and you showed improve. So I'll let you get your point, but let me just say, I'm sorry. I was wrong. You showed improve, and I hope you keep it going because honestly, I like the way that you've been playing in this tournament that you're in right now, which is, I believe, I don't want to say the wrong thing, Charleston Open, which you were looking pretty good in that from the last time I looked at it. So, you know, what you think with her and Rebecca?
Well, of course, you have to support an American whenever, watching tennis.
True.
First off, good to see an American winning.
Yeah.
Being patriotic.
Uh-huh.
Second off, she played out of her mind, beating Rebekina, who's a great ball striker, hits the ball very clean on the rise. She can move great. She's very lanky and she's quick. So, to an extent, that shows how good she is. It's pretty good to beat Rebekina.
Yeah.
It's a good match.
Look, shout out Danielle Collins. You did an awesome job. Keep it going. You got my attention. I'm paying attention. And to Rebekina, pick it up. And you number 4 player. You pick it up. You know what I'm saying?
Pick it up, but keep going. Keep
going. Yeah, listen, I'm just being tough.
I like Rebekina. She has a likable personality.
Men's final. Okay, this one, I'm going to let you go. You can talk.
Well, I told you Sinner would win, and it would be easy. It was light work. 3-1.
Here he goes.
3-1.
Here he goes. Okay. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. You done?
Yeah. All right, go for it.
Yeah, you just want to hit me with the quick punch. You hit me. You gave me
I
the
mean,
one.
For dramatic effect, that's what you do.
Right.
So.
Okay. All right. I watched that match too. Sinner, I'm sorry. Okay, maybe this is the episode that I'm just sorry. I don't know why I gotta be that guy, but hey, listen. You got it. You stepped up. You did your thing. And long story short, you showed improve. Dimitrov, I am upset. Thank God that I don't bet. Because if I was a betting man, I would have been broke right now.
Dirt broke. No, but he had a beautiful week. The one thing I'll say that seeing Dimitrov, also the one-hand backhand is back into the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
So for one-hand purists,
true,
to see the one-hander back. But he was showing shades of Neo Federer 2017 with that black pro staff and just how he was hitting the ball so clean and early, moving and brilliantly.
You're so detail-oriented.
But that's the point, bro.
Yeah.
Dimitrov, he is not Federer, but he has shades of Federer. It's like not the uncle, more of a nephew, because he doesn't have like the pureness and the fluidity that
what was the score?
He brings. 3-1. So it's just Sinner will just take everything early. He hits every shot almost in closed stance, and that's tough, especially in the modern game with such, everyone just killing these balls. No Diddy.
Oh, you said it. Oh, he said it. Okay, listen. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take a quick break to give a nice special shout out to our sponsor, and we're gonna be back
sponsors.
with some. Yeah. Listen, real quick. Please pay attention to our sponsor because I would like to let you know that we do actually use our sponsor for our consulting, and they've helped tremendously with our endeavor. So you're going to do a special shout out to them, and then we're back with some good stuff. All right? We'll be back, y'all. With over 20 years of experience building award-winning digital solutions for Fortune 500 companies, the experts at Monera Solutions can audit your brand's social media or website and give you a customized strategy and action plan to increase your online presence, engagement, and revenue. Visit www.monerasolutions.com to request your free 30-minute consultation and mention the Raw Network for $500 off your next project. And listen, I'm gonna just tell you what I did. I went to Monera Solutions, okay? What they've done for me is what they're gonna do for you. And if you really need somebody who's reliable, who's timely, and who gets the job done, go to Monera Solutions. For all of your digital solutions, they got you covered. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Yes, you are tuned in to the Roar channel.
Roar.
You know what I just got? I got the vision of the emojis on the iPhone. You do the tiger face emoji, and it looks like a kitty. It looks like a baby like kitty. You just kind of gave me that vibe.
You trying to say I'm a kitty?
No.
Hey, chill.
Hey, yo. I'm not. No exclamation point. All right, listen. You know how we do. We are in the tail end. We are in the stretch, baby. So let's get to it. We can't leave without touching base with some pickleball. And as we speak, and as funny as this sounds, we are watching live the Fanatics North Carolina Cup. And the women's semifinals being played right now with Catherine Parento and, well, how do you say this? Salome.
I'll try. Salome Davic.
I am so, listen, I know at some point. Listen, I know at some point the chat is going to kill me. They're like, he can't pronounce anything. But listen, guys, if you see the names, if you see the spelling, listen, our video guy, V, can you pronounce that?
Salome Davic.
Okay, I'm just dumb. All right, okay. All right, that's it.
Maybe it's okay, this was dumb.
I'm not dumb, but maybe I just, whatever. I'll be brushing up in these last few episodes. I guarantee you that. Okay. But yeah, as we speak, that's actually going on. And Catherine Parento is up 11-3 first game. Second game, she's up 4-2. And it's funny looking at this match as we watch it live. What do you notice? What I'm noticing from Parento is she's in attack mode. But what do you see?
I see her looking for the opportunity to approach the kitchen as much as she can, although in the women's game, I don't think they approach the kitchen as much upon
which is a great point. They don't.
Great point. But I see her finding those little opportunities and closing in on those angles. Any short ball I see during this match, she's been taking those a little bit earlier, and I think that's her key for success.
Okay, well, listen, we definitely, we're going to have some outtakes on this on our next episode because this is just a semifinal. But who's in the men's?
Ben Johns and Federico Staksrud.
Is that the final or semifinal?
That's the final.
Ooh, let's talk about it.
That's a pretty consistent final on the men's side on the singles tour. It's very much Staksrud, Johns, or a variation. Maybe Alshon makes the final once in a while.
Yeah. Listen. Honorable mention, man. He's been making waves. The sock man himself.
Oh, Jack Sock, yep. Oh. With that wristy forehand. I think he holds the paddle in semi-western.
Yeah, he does.
Does he slide over?
He does. No, he does. He holds it like that. But you know what I like about Jack Sock? I think Jack Sock, and we're going to come back to Johns and Staksrud. But this is just an honorable mention. What I like about what Jack Sock is doing is he's bringing a little bit of more personality to the game. Right? He's bringing a little more personality to the game. He's very comedic. He has a really bright and vibrant personality. You could tell he's having fun. But listen, it's easy to have fun when you've made about $11 million over your tennis career and you ain't really got to worry about that check, right? Because most professional pickleball players, well, a lot of them, it's starting to change now, but a lot of them have full-time jobs, which blows my mind, just as an ex-tennis player who played at a high level as yourself as well. But it's just like,
or they just have a really good relationship with their coworkers or their employers.
Man,
they must have the crazy connect.
Listen,
juggling a job, full-time job, and playing pickleball. That's a cool dream. I know where
I was working, they wasn't gonna give me that type of leniency, right? But yeah, man, he's pretty cool, man. Did you see that Selkirk just made a sock for him that says sock?
Like an actual sock?
Yeah, like an actual sock to wear, and on it says sock. Like it just has his name on it, and I was like, wow, it was just a matter of time for that.
That's just like the corny, cool marketing products. You need that, the ironic ones.
So that's pretty cool. Also with let's talk Donald Young for a quick second.
Oh yeah, playing doubles, switching the pickleball.
Yeah,
I can see
man.
it. He has the game. He has good hands.
Game. I saw a couple of his matches. You could see he needs a little moment to still transition. But one of the other guys who's who's transitioned big. Who's the other guy? The tall guy, man.
Sam Querrey.
Oh, there you go. Talk about him.
The American. Yeah, he's great.
Talk about him.
I remember he did an exhibition match with John Isner back in the day, a few years back.
Yeah.
I remember seeing his game, and I think it translated well.
Well, he's picking it up now.
He's tall.
Yeah, he's definitely starting to get the feel better for it.
He's got to get a little lower because he's so tall. Bending those knees on those forehand drives.
Listen, he's a big guy, bro. He's a
6'6", maybe.
You know what?
6'5".
Listen, it's like what I said with the tennis, man. Like, why these guys? They're so big, bro. Like, can you imagine? You're 6-something. The kitchen is but so big. Bro, you don't gotta do much. Listen, I'm gonna get really good at lobbing these guys at some point and I'm trying to lob right on the baseline.
Aiming for the lines, no margin of error.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, how do you get a ball past these guys? You know, they're long, they're lanky, they're athletic. You know, they're aggressive. It's a lot, man. So, you know,
you gotta throw curveballs. You gotta keep them honest. You know, add the variety. At that point, you have to play like a chess game. You know.
Yeah, man. But listen,
outthink your opponent.
I'm only 5'6", bro. There's only but so much court. So it's only but so much court I can cover. Like, so if somebody like me has to play against, you know, one of these guys, man, it's gonna be a long day for me.
And there's only so much. There's only so much court positioning you can make.
Exactly, man. But let's get back to that point of Johns and Staksrud. They actually played. This is really intriguing. These guys play each other a lot for some odd reason. They are always ending up in finals. The last year, the Masters Open, they were playing for gold against each other. It's like, oh man, you know, that's why I was what's the young fella, man, from I don't know if he's Filipino or whatever. Kwang
Dong, Vietnamese.
Yeah, you know, that's why I was excited when I saw him, you know, beat Johns. I felt like the game was starting to take a shift, and Johns he quickly adjusted, bro. He's kind of got his footing back again. You know, he got beat a couple of times. Wasn't looking too.
But I think he's regained his confidence. It seems like he knows what he's doing. I think he's embraced his game. He knows that he's going to play the cat and mouse-esque style of pickleball. He's going to wait for his opportunities. He's going to be more patient because I think after a while there was a resurgence of more driving in pickleball, a little bit more tennis-esque as more tennis players transitioned in the game earlier this year. And I think he got in his head a little bit, and I think that changed his game, and he started being a little more hesitant. I don't think he was as assertive in his matches, and you could tell. But I think after he won, I think one of the tournaments was in Arizona. I think he found his mojo back, and now Ben is killing it, as always.
Yeah, for sure. So who you got, Staksrud or Ben?
Well, Ben, of course, Ben.
Okay.
Can't go wrong with Ben. That's a safe bet.
I think this week I'm going with you, bro. I just hope I'm not wrong, because if I am, next episode I'm blaming you. Okay, everybody.
I'll take the fall.
I gotta put Leafy in the hot seat, man. You know, it's you've been you usually you go with the right choice.
I was 1 for 2 so far.
Yeah, and I had to
previously,
apologize.
I get my correction, my predictions right for the most part.
Look, real quick, we're close to the finish line, guys. And I want to touch base. We have baseball season coming in. We did have a couple of trades that happened in the NFL. Let's touch it real quick, man. Bills made a big move. Why?
Beats me, man.
I didn't see that coming. That guy's an asset, bro. Like, Diggs, he's an asset, bro. Like, I just, why? What do you think?
Diggs is a pretty good player. He has good skill. Pretty much straight.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see what's gonna happen with him being in Texas. I think he's going to the Titans. And let's talk baseball. Let's talk a little bit of baseball, man. Season just starting. I'm a Mets fan. You're a Mets fan.
Mets fan as well.
Listen,
but
baby, all you Yankees fans. Listen, all you Yankees fans.
All that slander coming our way.
Listen,
1-5. It's been paid.
Look, let me tell you something. I'm kicking up dust, and y'all thought I was gonna forget. They thought I was gonna forget, Leaf. I'm a professional dust kicker. Yeah, I've been around for some time, and I kicked that dust up. And I've been around to see when those Mets was giving you Yankee guys some problem, even though you guys beat us in the Subway Series. I'm just going to say that real low. But I always have faith, even though I always feel like they treat us like the Knicks.
Unfortunately. But, you know, we're 1-5. We have a very weak rotation. As long as Senga's out, very shaky bullpen as well. Starting rotation is pretty trash. Our bats are pretty quiet right now. But if you look at the Yankees, I hate to say it, but they've been doing great. Juan Soto's hitting out of his mind. Marcus Stroman's pitching well. Hopefully the pickup of Carlos Rodon pays off. I don't want to sound like a Yankees fan, but as a Mets fan, sometimes you have to just, you know, stay in the loop with other New York teams.
Bro,
not to be a traitor.
In the 2009 year,
in the 2009 World Series, I was rooting for the Yankees. I didn't want the Phillies to win. I hate the Phillies.
Well, I can listen. Boston and Phillies, you know, I'm never going for them. But I'll never be a Yankees fan. But it's the only time I'll root for them per se. But man, we feel like the Knicks of baseball.
We're the laughing stock of baseball. It's dropping billions of dollars, all for nothing.
Why?
Please,
man?
Stevie, make it work out, Uncle Steve.
Listen, man. I pray that we have a better turnout this year. And I know we're off to a slow start, but you know, Leaf. Look, when you're a diehard Mets fan, man, you die hard.
Yeah.
You just
live and die by the Mets. You know. It's one of those painful existences that you just concede to. It's like when you're an underdog in life, I think you really appeal to the Mets, or the Mets appeal to you. You kind of want to see the underdog win. You want to
I agree,
root for something bigger. Almost like religion, you know, it's like a faith. Like you don't know what will happen, but at least you at least want to believe in the Mets. You know?
You and these metaphors, guys. Let me tell you, man. Leafy in the metaphors, bro. He's been in prime condition lately. I don't know what's going on with you, man. Did you listen?
I try my best.
Have you listened?
I'm not that smart.
You've been listening to those Kendricks and J. Cole disses? Is that what's going on? Huh, Leaf?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Okay.
Have a little too much time on my mind.
Well, look, I say this, man. We're gonna get a little personal. And I love the way that you brought up the underdog theory. And I say something. That's what makes life ugly and beautiful, right? Is that at times you can be the favorite and at times you can be the underdog. And, you know, I know we talk sports, but look, we're going to talk a little bit of life for a quick second. And I'll give you about a minute or two of this, and Leaf, you chime in, feel free. But I know for me, for most of it, I've been an underdog, right? It doesn't matter what I'm in. It could be basketball, it could be tennis, it can be the podcasting world. But one thing that I know is that when you have faith and religion out, just you have faith, when you believe in that higher power and you know that you are never alone, go for it. Go for it. Because it's never too late. If I tell you how many times people looked at me like I was crazy for going after what I believe in, I'd be a rich man right now. And I'm rich, but I'm rich with Allah. So, you know, I don't falter in that sense. And I know Leaf here has a great deal of faith of his own. And, you know, I would hope that our viewers appreciate the fact that, listen, all fun and games aside, this is real life. Live every day to the fullest. Live righteous, right? We're one race, man. We're the human race. All that other stuff is societal divide. And love each other, man. Help each other. You know, that's the true meaning of a human. You know? And not to get too deep, man. I you know, but
you say I drop wisdom, but that was a pretty good knowledge bomb there.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. You have anything you want to say, brother? Feel free to talk to the people.
I mean, it's hard to add on, but you know, in life, you gotta just stick to it. Keep pushing forward. After a while, times get tough, but you have to believe in some sort of greater power. So be it maybe God, you say Allah. But some sort of faith, some sort of anchor that you can rely on,
right,
as your sort of center or some sort of thing that keeps you grounded. you need that in life, or else you lose track of who you are and you lose track of what you want from yourself. And once you lose that, it's hard to have any direction. You need some aim, you know.
I second that, brother. I second that. Listen,
as a young and maturing 25-year-old.
Oh, don't look at you, man. This guy's handsome, man.
I'm
look
trying
at him.
my best.
He came in here looking like Christopher
Walken.
Walken. Sorry, I said Christopher Walken's like straight out of King of New York, man. Nice.
I was going for more Batman, Robert Pattinson vibes. I'll take Christopher Walken.
Me, I'm always on my little Steve Jobs thing. You know, I keep it simple. I keep it solid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But with that being said, we have crossed the finish line. We back again, man.
We back and we out.
And we back and we out. And with that being said, thank you, everybody. Like I always say, please take the time to subscribe, comment, like, and share. You can find us on Retro TV Network on YouTube. And this is the Roar channel. We out. Peace and love, everybody.